Hello, Maggie. Ian Armitage here with a rather a forward question.
Okay.
Bathed today?
What?
Have you had a bath today?
No. Actually, I'm a shower kind of gal. I was going to take one before I got dressed for dinner. Why?
Well, would you mind terribly taking the orchids into the shower with you? They're a very demanding plant, and they need outside moisture on a daily basis. And I'm dreadfully afraid that they'll be fried to a crisp with all the dry heat here in the hotel.
Oh, no, they're so beautiful, too. Yeah, I can take care of them. By the time I'm finished, the bathroom will look like a tropical rainforest.
Ah, good, thank you. I am pleased that you like them. They are rather lovely. They're a perfect compliment to you, my dear. Anyway, goodbye.
Okay, looks like you're coming with me. Oh. Hi, come on in. Oh, my. You don't look so happy. Did you have to testify today?
Oh, yeah, I had to go into great detail about everything I saw when Antonio crossed down that gangway.
Yeah, and?
And let's just say I didn't help out his case too much. But what really got to me was how it hurt Andy.
I can imagine. Did she say anything about it? Max?
Where did these come from?
Brian, good job. Thank you for calling me. This I've got to hear.
Maybe Mr. Gannon will be forced to tell where Mr. Hesser's money is located.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Let's back up a bit. It's your testimony that this shirt was given to Antonio Vega by Carlo Hesser.
Objection.
Sustained.
Sir, is it your testimony that a shirt in this style was given to the defendant by Carlo Hesser?
Yes. It was for the Manning's charity ball on the SS Orion.
I see. And Mr. Hesser had also given Mr. Vega a tuxedo to wear to the ball, similar to People's Exhibit C8.
That's correct.
But you just testified that Carlo Hesser was positive that Mr. Vega was stealing from him and double-crossing him with the police. Then why would Mr. Hesser be giving him expensive clothes?
Carlo always gave his little boy things. So he had to keep the game going, otherwise Vega would know his deception had been exposed. And Carlo needed to buy time.
Till when?
Till he could get out of town. He was afraid of Vega. I mean, scared to death.
Objection, Your Honor.
Sustained.
Your Honor, I'll rephrase. Did Carlo Hesser ever tell you that he was afraid of Mr. Vega?
Oh, yes. Many times.
Why was he afraid?
Because he knew Antonio would kill him.
Oh, objection, Your Honor, please. Prosecution is a weak case and is using every trick in the book to prejudice the jury by using unsubstantiated and inadmissible statements.
Come on in, Uncle John. Boy, well, at least it wasn't as long and boring as most of those conferences are, huh?
You're right. Whew. You know, I really did enjoy driving back from Philadelphia with you. It seems we don't get much of a chance to spend any time together anymore.
No, I missed that. I missed that.
I wonder if I could see Maggie.
Oh, you should give her a call. I'm sure you know, by the way, she showed me that photo album. There were some great pictures of my dad. And I really got a kick out of it. You know, I thought they were great. Maggie was a little upset by the album, but, you know.
Upset?
Well, she had some... I hope I'm not putting my nose where it shouldn't be, but she had some questions, you know.
About?
Well, family stuff. You know, you and Aunt Clarissa and just...
I can't imagine why she would be... Well, perhaps I'll have a chance to ask her myself. Well, I didn't mean to bother you, but I needed to talk to you about upgrading our computer system.
Well, believe me, you didn't bother me, especially since I'm getting a free meal out of it. I've actually been thinking that I haven't had quite enough to do to keep me busy lately.
You know, I have the same feeling.
Empty nest syndrome, I think, for both of us.
Maybe.
Jesse's down in Washington with the government studies class. Cord's in London. Joey's in Paris. I haven't been able to track Kevin down all day.
Oh, he's down in Brazil.
No, he's not. Cassie went to Rio.
If she did, they're both down there.
Are you kidding?
Mm-mm.
Well, how did that happen?
Ladies and gentlemen, you will be silent. The objection is sustained. We'll strike that last question and the answer and the remarks Mrs. Buchanan slipped in while she was making her objection. Mr. Gannon, please phrase your questions correctly.
Of course, Your Honor. Would you please, in your own words, tell this court how you saw the relationship between Antonio Vega and Carlo Hesse?
Well, Carlo treated Antonio like a son, I guess. Antonio loved it. I mean, he took full advantage of it, played Carlo like a violin.
Oh, objection, Your Honor. Speculate.
Your Honor, this is his observation. He was the only person who was an eyewitness to what went on behind the scenes.
I'll allow it for now.
Thank you. Please continue.
Well, Antonio pretended he was loyal to Carlo, but he played the cops the same way. He told them he was on their side. But I only ever saw Antonio take care of himself.
When did Carlo Hesse discover that Antonio wasn't actually a loyal employee?
When I told him about some meetings I'd seen Antonio have. Carlo checked it out, found out I was right, and, well, that's when he decided to take Antonio out of his will. But I guess Antonio found out about it because he told me Carlo wouldn't be around much longer.
That's a lie. He's the one that said that.
Okay.
Let's talk about the murder. Do you know for a fact that Antonio was planning to murder Carlo Hesse?
No, I don't know for a fact. But I do know that he knew Carlo was leaving the country. Well, Vega and I talked about it. Look, Antonio was going to use Carlo's disappearance to cover the murder. I guess something went wrong. Carlo went overboard and Antonio got caught.
Objection,
Your Honor. It goes to method, Your Honor.
I'll allow it. The jury is instructed, however, that this is the witness's opinion. Proceed.
Thank you. Let's talk about the videotape that Carlo left behind. Now, did you know about that?
No, not until Carlo had been dead 10 days. And then I got it in the mail from Philadelphia.
I see. And did the tape reveal anything new or anything you didn't sense or already know?
Only that Carlo was more afraid of Antonio than he let on.
Your Honor, I would like to show the tape to the jury, People's Exhibit G1.
You can't let me show the tape.
I want them to show the tape.
Oh, we talked about this. I thought you said...
What I said was we could use this tape to our advantage.
Ladies and gentlemen, in all my years as a prosecutor, I have never tried a case where the victim had named its own killer. Now, I want you to carefully listen to this tape. I think it speaks for itself.
So, Mr. Armitage, are you finding everything satisfactory?
Very satisfactory, as always. And incidentally, this tea is absolutely excellent. It's as good as back home. Perhaps you would join me for a cup.
I'll join you, but I think I've had more than my share of tea today. So, you've been in Landview for several days now. How long are you going to stay?
Well, I haven't yet decided, but Landview, for a small place, certainly holds a lot of interest for me.
Oh.
You certainly have your fair share of media notables. The couple over there, that's Victoria Lord Carpenter, yes?
Yes. And her former husband, who's also her partner.
Clint Buchanan. Yes, I thought so.
You've met them before?
No. Mr. Buchanan accepted a rather prestigious journalism award in London a few years ago, and the lady has attended several symposia that I've been present at.
Oh, Florida, you have a very good memory.
Thank you. Mrs. Buchanan, would it be possible to,
Of course, I'd be happy.
Me afford these on a teacher's salary? Are you kidding?
Well, then where did they come from?
A hothouse in Kent.
Okay. Obviously, the question I should be asking is, who did they come from? Assuming it wasn't the Earl of Kent.
Ian Armitage sent them to me. He was grateful for listening to him, you know?
Orchids from a hothouse in Kent.
Well, Kent is where his family's home is located. Max, come on. Tell me about the trial, okay?
Well, there's not much to tell, and actually, I don't even want to think about it all. Let me get this straight. This guy sent these flowers all the way across the Atlantic just to say thank you?
Well, sending flowers like this isn't a big deal to someone like Ian.
Oh, it isn't?
No, someone gave me great ideas for roadies. You want to see my swatches?
No. I want to figure out what's going on here. I mean, what does this guy really want? I mean, why would he really do something like this? I mean, let's just assume that he's not just being grateful for a nice pair of shoulders to cry on.
Hello.
Hello, Maggie. It's your father.
Hello.
I'm here at Andrews for a little while. I was hoping I could see you.
You mean now?
Well, I do have to return to Baltimore this evening. Can you spare some time?
Yeah, sure. I'll be by in a little while. See ya.
Ian Armitage wanting a little more tea and sympathy?
The Bishop of Maryland commanding his daughter's presence.
Ooh, I see. Sounds about as nice as Asa commanding my presence downstairs for a meeting.
That's for strength.
It worked. I appreciate it.
What do you say we spend some quality time together later? You think you can swing it?
Quality?
Yeah,
Well,
quality.
after spending a few hours with Asa Buchanan, I think I might be a little cranky.
Okay, then tomorrow, but soon. I want to spend some time with you.
My worst fears have been realized. Antonio Vega murdered me. Now, I just have one more question. Do you believe what's in this tape is accurate? That Carlo Hesse did indeed have reason to be afraid?
Oh, objection, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it goes to state of mind.
Overruled. You may answer.
Well, Carlo definitely had reason to be afraid. I mean, you've got to keep an eye on him. Just the other day, he resorted to physical violence with me in Angel Square. I mean, the boy obviously has no self-control.
Objection, Your Honor. We suffice with a simple yes. Can we dispense with a lecture on nonviolence?
Your Honor, I have no further questions. Thank you very much.
Mrs. Buchanan.
Thank you, Your Honor. How many times you been arrested, Mr. Gannon?
Objection.
It goes to the credibility of the witness, Your Honor.
I'm going to allow Mrs. Buchanan the same amount of leeway I allowed you, Mr. Gannon. The witness will answer.
Well, I really couldn't say. A few?
Well, maybe I can refresh your memory. Thank you. This is your Chicago file alone. Let's see. Oh. 9 years in Joliet State Penitentiary for armed robbery.
That's right. I had a young lawyer who didn't know what she was doing. And I got the short end of the stick, but I paid my debt to society in full.
And your Landview file states that the police have investigated you several times. Assaults, loan shark.
My brother is the district attorney. He's made it very clear he'd like me to leave town, but you'll notice there are no convictions in that file.
Mr. Gannon, isn't it true that it was you who knew everything that you claim Antonio Vega did? About Carlo Hesser leaving town with all of his money, and in fact, isn't it true that you would like to have gotten your hands on that money and realizing that you'd have to kill Carlo Hesser before he disappeared?
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't sure you were finished. No, it's not true.
You mean it isn't true that you stood to gain at least as much as Antonio Vega in the event of Carlo Hesser's death? I mean, in fact, aren't you playing with Carlo Hesser's money right now?
No.
Oh, come on, Mr. Gannon, let's be realistic here. You could very easily have plotted Carlo Hesser's death. Did you?
Get this straight. The shirt soaked in Carlo's blood isn't mine, it's your boy.
Mr. Armitage, well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, likewise. You know, last time I was in England, I met your father. He's a charming fella.
Yes, he certainly can be.
I've got to go. Duty called. Okay. Would you care to join us?
Oh, thank you. I won't linger. My father has often talked of your newspaper, The Banner.
Oh, that's very nice of him, isn't it?
Huh. How many newspapers does he have now? I've lost count.
So does he. Not so many that he wouldn't mind The Banner if he could get it.
Ah, well, no, sorry. Not for sale. Not now, not ever.
Ah, Vicky and Clint. Nice to see you.
Hi.
I was supposed to meet Holden here. He hasn't shown. Mind if I join you?
Of course not. Sit down.
No, sit down, Pa.
Ah, you must be Asa Buchanan. I gather you recently invested in the radio station here in Landview.
Yes, that's right. Who are you?
Come here, you. You went to say hello to River. He'll be back in a second. Why don't you take a seat and wait for him, okay?
Thanks. Actually, I'm glad we have some time to talk.
Yeah, me too. By the way, I meant to ask you, who was that gentleman you were having dinner with at the palace the other day? You know, Cassie and I were there. We saw you, and I looked over. Very serious conversation. You seemed just a little bit, I don't know, upset.
No, not really. It's just that what we were talking about was kind of difficult. He's, Ian Armitage, the son of the media tycoon.
Guy Armitage.
Mm-hmm.
Well, man, okay. My cousin doesn't fool around when she goes out to dinner, huh?
Yeah.
What's he like?
We didn't really have a long conversation. See, Max and I were staying at the same hotel in St. Martin where his mother died.
Right. Yeah, I read about that.
And he's just looking for anyone who has information about her death, you know? Just looking for a connection.
Okay, well, were you able to help him?
I don't know what to do.
Oh, I'm sure you'll do the right thing, Maggie.
I want you to get a hold of that fiber specialist. What's his name? Hogan. That's right, Professor Hogan. And I want to make sure he has his possible dates for testimony, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Hi, honey. Come to console your mother.
You shouldn't be so hard on yourself. Uncle RJ made a lot of accusations, but there's still no proof.
I gotta find something to crack that facade.
Actually, I ought to tell you something that I told Bo earlier concerns Uncle RJ.
Oh?
I think he's lying about something, Mom.
Yes, I know, Mr. Gannon. We have all heard your take on who you would like us to believe killed Carlo Hesser. I'm sure your opinion is very valuable in some circles. I, however, couldn't be less interested. I'm much more interested to hear the answer to my earlier question. Why should we believe that you didn't kill Carlo Hesser?
Because I said so. And in case I didn't, I'm saying so now. I had many profitable, legitimate business interests with the man. Why would I kill my own partner?
I don't know, Mr. Gannon. That's why I'm asking you. They say for love or for money, and I'm guessing it wasn't for love. Were you aware Mr. Hesser had a bank account at Banco de Rio? Mr. Gannon? Would you like the stenographer to read the question back to you?
No, that won't be necessary. Yes, I was aware he had an account there.
And have you had dealings with the Banco de Rio recently? Say, since Carlo Hesser died?
Tell Cassie I'm sorry I missed her, and I hope she gets that big story down in Brazil.
I hope she does, too. It was great to see you.
Good to see you.
Okay, Maggie,
Thank you.
I'll talk to you later.
See ya.
Okay? Yeah.
Oh, great. Let's see. I'm lying to Max. I'm lying to Ian Armitage. And now I'm lying to my cousin. Does it never end?
Maggie, I'm sorry that I put you in this situation. I'm sure with time things will become less intense.
Why do I think that's not going to happen?
It can if you let it. Maggie, Andrew told me that you were upset when you looked through the photo album he gave you, that you were asking pointed questions about your mother and me. Why would something happen so long ago? Why would it bother you now?
Maybe because I need answers, you won't give them to me. Instead, you just talk in circles, you know? You ask me to lie for you, then you ask me to trust you. You look away every time I ask for the truth. Daddy, I don't even know why I'm lying anymore, let alone what I'm covering up.
Maggie, there's nothing that... It's nothing that concerns you.
Why are you acting so guilty? What is it? Were you and Mrs. Armitage doing something illegal down in St. Martin?
I met your old man a couple of times. He is one hell of a businessman, I'll give him that.
Yes, people tend to give him a lot of things.
I was very sorry to hear about the death of your mother. I'm sure you must feel a great loss.
I do, and thank you.
May I ask, what are you doing in Landview?
Well, I was taking care of a few things in Philadelphia and found my way here. I'm always interested in opportunities off the beaten path, but I seem to be one step behind you, Mr. Buchanan. By the time my agents had realized there was a station for sale in the area, you had already moved on it.
WVL? Yes, I did move rather fast on that one. Why? Are you looking?
I could be.
Well, I'm going to tell you. That station, very, very good investment.
Yes, so I understand. Anyway, I promised not to linger, so I won't. Your son and Mrs. Carpenter were about to order when I arrived. So it's a pleasure to meet you all.
Thank you.
Likewise. Ian, stop by my offices at Buchanan Enterprises. We'll talk.
Absolutely, sir.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Oh, thank you, Renee. Oh, it's my major investor now. A tall glass of strychnine should get me through.
Do you want it with soda or on the rocks? Oh, here is the big guy now.
Renee, I swear, you get better looking every time I see you.
How interesting. Tom Cruise said that very thing to me this morning.
Really? I just had a very interesting proposal. How would you like to make the fastest profit on WVL this side of Rio Grande?
Mr. Hesser and I had many projects that involved Banco de Rio.
Really? Why a bank all the way down in Brazil? Oh, my goodness, it's a long way to go for an ATM machine, isn't it? I assume that all these projects were legitimate.
Naturally.
Did Mr. Hesser involve you in all of his dealings, Mr. Gannon?
No, just the legitimate ones.
I don't know why I keep forgetting that.
Me either.
So it's your testimony that the monies earned from these legitimate dealings was enough for you?
That is correct.
You maybe didn't want a little more.
A businessman always wants more.
So if we find that you've been trying to access Mr. Hesser's account down at the Banco de Rio, it wouldn't be because you're trying to steal a dead man's money, would it? It would be because you would have had access to this account before, right?
To a degree.
Hmm?
Although we were partners, there were restrictions.
Why don't you give up the lame story, Mr. Gannon, and admit that you murdered Mr. Hesser for his money, and we could all go home?
Objection, Your Honor. This witness is not on trial.
Sustained. Move on,
No,
Mrs. Buchanan.
We don't need to. It's late, Your Honor, and I'm really through with this witness. However, I reserve the right to recall him at a later date.
The witness is excused for the moment. Ladies and gentlemen, we're through for today. Now, I don't want you to discuss this case with anyone, including each other. This court stands adjourned till 10 o'clock tomorrow morning.
All right.
We got good at the Brazil. I haven't seen IJ rattle like that since I hit him with a straight right.
I think he perjured himself big time.
Let's hope.
Ready to go, honey. See you at home later.
At least now I know what you've been working on.
Well, yeah, but I haven't even gotten any information from Brazil yet, so I'll see you.
So you knew the money was in Brazil the whole time?
Look, this Brazil thing is nothing but smoke.
Brian, get the car now.
Rachel, I thought we were straight with this bank business, but you felt you had to go and tell Bo and Nora whatever it is you think you know, didn't you?
Yes.
I really don't know why I'm trying to gain your trust when I can't trust you.
Look, Uncle Archie. All you have to do is tell the truth. And no one will have a problem.
RJ, if I find out that you were lying up there today, you are going down.
Look, I was just trying to help out my brother and see justice done along the way.
Andy, look, you're going to be first up on the stand tomorrow. I'm counting on you. You going to be okay?
Yeah, I'm going to be fine. What are the choices you have?
None.
Our turn will come, Carlotta.
That's what I keep telling her, Mom.
It's a long process. The jury hasn't made up its mind yet, not by a long shot.
Mommy.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I know this has been hard on you.
As long as you stay strong, I'll be just fine.
Hey. I needed to see you. I was wondering if you'd stop by the house tonight.
Yeah.
Maggie, of course there was nothing illegal going on, either on my part or Eleanor's. It's just as I told you when I asked for your help.
Uncle John, you got to move your car.
Oh, of course. I said that when we drove up. I just completely slipped my mind. Excuse me.
No. All right, Lord, you left the briefcase open. It's got to be a sign, right?
It's just very difficult listening to people call your son a murderer.
I think Nora put real doubt in the jury's mind about RJ.
Mom, look, RJ came off like a sleazeback today, okay? Who's gonna believe him?
Yeah. Well, let's hope.
Hey, Andy, come in.
Thanks.
Hey, hello, Andy.
Well, this little drop that is so inappropriate, I don't know what to say. Detective. You here just get Antonio rattled or because you make yourself feel bad about what you're going to tell me.
It's real kind of you. Actually, I'm here because Antonio wants to see me. Carlotta, look, if you object, I'll...
Go, brother. Yeah. I know things have been difficult for you and Antonio lately. Maybe it's important for you to spend a little time alone together.
I don't understand this. Carlotta, why is it suddenly irrelevant that this woman is going to go into that courtroom?
Besides, Andy knows that she's welcome in his house. Anytime.
She brings a rope and you tie your own noose, is that it?
Andy uncovered certain information. She has to testify to it. I accept that.
Oh, I see. Love is as blind as justice, huh?
Something like that.
So, you beat me home.
Hey, you gotta learn to get out of the office faster, Commissioner.
How do you do that? You just bring it all home with you?
Tell me about Banco de Rio.
Well, there's not really too much to tell. I called down, spoke to a gentleman named Mr. Ferreño, who is the bank manager, and I explained who I was, what I wanted, and he stonewalled me. Now, he couldn't have been nicer, couldn't have been more efficient, but I got nada. And then when I called back after court, I couldn't even get through.
You're gonna keep trying, though, aren't you? I think this is really important. You saw how nervous her take got. And there's Rachel. I feel so bad for her. And there she is, fingering poor old Uncle RJ.
Well, maybe this will finally open her eyes. And yes, I will keep trying. Maybe this is something we could finally nail RJ on.
Maybe. Maybe it's just something I need to prove that Antonio didn't do it.
Honey, I know that you always like to be very positive.
Honey, he didn't do it.
We have this rule. Do you remember we don't talk about this case at home? Especially not in bed?
Well, we're not technically in bed, and we're also talking about Antonio as a human being.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what this is all about. Yeah, sure.
Did you believe anything RJ said in court today?
I have a hard time believing anything the guy says ever. You know, Hank didn't even want to use him, but who else knows that much about Carlo Hesser?
So you did believe him?
Honey, look, all the evidence in this case, it points in one direction, and one direction only.
I've heard that evidence argument a lot. I don't want to hear it anymore. I want to hear what's down in here in your heart. I know you, Commissioner. I know that deep down inside, you think he's innocent, too.
What are you doing? How dare you through my things?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll snoop if you start telling me the truth.
I have told you the truth.
You've told me bits and pieces which add up to nothing. Daddy, look what I've done. Look what I've done for you. A woman died. I tried to help you by covering it up just to protect you. I've lied to Max. I've lied to the woman's son. Now I'm lying to Andrew. I can't do this anymore.
All right. All right, Maggie, I don't know why you're getting so exercised about this now. Ian Armitage would probably get bored and go back to England any day now. And as far as Max and Andrew are concerned, what they don't know won't hurt them.
No.
Maggie, it's over.
Look, I have tried telling myself that. That's not true. This is never going to be over.
Maggie.
What? The only thing that I can think of, Bishop, is that you did do something illegal. But what else? I don't know. Was the locket that Ian wants so bad?
I
Did
have
you
told
steal
you.
it? Is that valuable to you?
I don't have the locket.
Daddy, I saw the locket on the floor. You told me you'd take care of it. It disappeared.
I put the locket back around her neck. If it fell off or whatever, I can't expect it to know about that, can I? Maggie, I'm sorry. I am truly sorry that this has gotten so complicated for you, but if you just accept my apology and appreciation and let's move on.
No, Daddy. Once you tell me the whole truth, then you can apologize to me. Until then, forget it.
How many times do I have to say it? No! I did not buy that radio station to write around and sell it again. I bought it because I like a little challenge in my life. I like to maybe good times. That's clear.
When a man offers a that profit, you go whining out how you're trying to find yourself. You sell.
Not if you're going to make an even bigger profit in the long haul. Besides, Ian Armitage, whatever he is, has been in my face a little too much for my liking. Last thing I'm going to do is sell him something that's going to keep him in Landview longer.
Hello, Mrs. Buchanan. Thank you very much for the introductions earlier.
My pleasure.
This tea in the dark recesses of my luggage, it's a blend that my family drink. Perhaps I might be able to brew you a cup of tea one day. Until such time, would you be so kind as to pour me a brandy and tell me your life story?
No, that'll take more than one brandy. Come on, let's go to the bar.
After you.
I know you fell asleep this early. Alex Masters, please. Hey, Masters, it's Buchanan. How you doing? Well, I'm not doing all that great, otherwise why would I be calling you? Okay, I've got a favor to ask you. All right, another favor. How would you like to take a little trip down to Brazil? There's something down there I'd like for you to check out.
Your hands are shaking.
Oh, yeah, actually, I don't think it's a good idea if I try to pull that. You know, I thought that handcuffing you and bringing you in would be the toughest thing I ever did, but wrong again.
Get through it. Tell the truth. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Look in the eye. I know if there was some other way, you would have taken it.
Maybe there is. I could run.
No, Andy,
no, please, just hear me out. I've thought about this a lot. Look, you know, if I don't testify, the whole case gets weaker.
Andy, I tried running, remember? Like, it all sounds like a good idea until you see yourself all alone. Okay, and there's nothing worse. And then we have no chance of being together.
I'm just so afraid we're going to end up alone.
No, we're not. Absolutely not. And end up, no matter what happens in that courtroom,